Hello everyone, this is Share here again. Welcome to my channel Share Space. Today I will read to you chapter 5 of the greatest story ever told. The title of this chapter is The Betrothal. Joseph had made up his mind that he would go to the house of Mary and talk to her mother and father and ask for her hand in marriage. His intentions were honorable and he wanted to do things the right way. Being an orphan with no mother or father or relative, he would have to do this difficult task alone. For this evening's talks with her parents, Joseph had made great preparations. Behind the curtain at the back of his shop, he scrubbed all the sweat from his body. The muscles of Joseph were strong as those of any Nazarene bully. He could put his shoulder on a Roman axle and lift a broken chariot from the mire. Thoroughly he cleansed himself and trimmed his beard and washed the sawdust out of the stiff tangles of his curls. Carrying a gift of Damascus sweets, he set off through the crowded street of the coppersmith. Now Joseph turned to scan the crowded street. There, up and down, in an unending stream, a noisy crowd of men and women tramped in the ooze of the unkempt thoroughfare. Unruly Galilean workmen, some in sandals, but most of them barefoot, and all in a hungry hurry, so it seemed, shouldered and elbowed their way home, as if rudeness with them were a purpose in life. The air was clamorous with insults in a variety of languages, Greek and Roman for the strangers, and piercing, passionate tones of home talk, a frenzied fluency of Aramaic Chaldee. The babble of all the three languages mingled with the bleating of lambs and goats, the hoarse sneezing of camels, and the soft incessant clunking of their desert bells. And everywhere, underfoot and in the corners and doorways, homeless scavenger dogs were snuffling for garbage. Just at the edge of the town, about a mile from Joseph's workshop, on a shoulder of a hill, stood the house of Mary. It was somewhat more substantial than the average dwelling and much more charming to the eye than the shacks of sun-dried bricks in which lived so many of the valley people on the floor of Sharon and the great plain below. Mary's home was made of the mountain stones. It was covered with plaster, and the white half-ball dome at the top had a square terrace all around it on which fruits and vegetables were drying. The flooring of that dome-shaped roof was on a slant to pour the scant rain down into a rocky cistern in the rear. The parched land of Palestine hoarded every raindrop. The door opened into the one large chamber of the house. The house's mighty walls were of rough-dressed stones, 4 feet thick to keep out the heat and smoke of the old fires. In the hollow height of the roof, pigeons cooed and fretted in the dark. At the rear was a high platform that was really the family home, an elevation of masonry 10 feet above the entrance on the ground. It was raised on stone arches and reached by a steep airway, the heart of the household, where the family ate, slept, and lived. Near the front opening, the ground floor was cluttered with the family's livestock, sheep and goats, a rooster and his hens. When the family had company overnight, Mary had to sleep on this floor level near the warm animals, and she always enjoyed the adventure. Joseph was greeted at the door by Joachim. Inside were Anna, Mary's mother, and a strange woman he had never seen before. This was Elizabeth, a kinswoman of the family.